Oh, I think I took too big of a sip there.
Dallas Cowboys.
With the Bandwagon Boyz.
Yeah, hey, you guys, Bandwagon Boyz looking good over there.
That's what I wanted to bring up. But
Jersey Day, baby.
I was going to bring it up already
Okay,
if we hadn't talked about it, but I was going to bring it up pretty much first thing.
Okay, do it. Hit it, since we're on it.
What'd you guys think about the little poll I ran?
Oh.
You squeaked it out. You squeaked it out.
Squeaked out a victory.
You know what? Look, 60%. Okay, so if
No, I think it was like 61?
No, it was 39%, 61%.
Yeah, 61.
So we'll round it. So 60 and 40% basically.
I mean, some people are going to be butthurt, and they don't want anyone that doesn't know more than fucking 5 people on the team on their bandwagon. And I don't hate the fact that they said no. The more important thing is you guys got the democratic vote. That's all that matters.
That's right.
And guess what? The Bandwagon Boyz, even at that 40, I know you 39%. I checked the Instagram. I know those 39% that voted against us.
Do you see the one, what's the word? A little bit of,
Okay, you put me on the spot. I actually have.
You didn't check? Okay, well, here's a little.
Put it on blast.
Here's a little inside
Rev?
fan. Nope. Our own Shroomy McShroomerson, Robert the Kid Morvan, voted no.
Captain Shrooms?
Super Mario Bro is voting against.
He voted, but
bring him back on.
He did message me and he said, as soon as they do a full episode naked, he'll vote yes.
Oh, so, of course.
He did say he would vote yes, but
we're themed up as jerseys today. There will be a tarps off for the boys at one point.
The only reason I don't have a jersey on is I was too fat to fit any of Adam's. And I didn't actually think they were going to do it. I would have stopped off at Value Village and grabbed some funny one. But you got Pepsi and I'm assuming Vancouver Grizzlies.
Yep.
So, I mean, those are both great jerseys. I'm wearing a Canada Dry shirt, though. So, I mean, hey, look at us.
Wait a second. So
maybe Ad's not the one that...
Am I the odd one out because I'm not wearing...
Yeah.
Now, wait, is Canada Dry Coca-Cola or is it Pepsi?
I think it's Coke. I think it's Coca-Cola.
It's in the soda community. The
not
pop community.
100% sure, though.
Well, why don't we check the internet really quickly here?
That's actually a good thing. I wonder if Canada Dry is part of the Pepsi.
Because then we have a battle going on right now.
Do they have Canada Dry in the States? That's a question I'd like to know.
It's an acquired taste.
Canada Dry is a brand of soft drinks owned by American company
Dr. Pepper.
Keurig Dr. Pepper.
So it's an American company called Canada Dry, which if you've never had Canada Dry, it's a ginger ale. It's quite good. I like it.
Ginger ale.
Dr. Pepper Snapple Group.
Sounds
awesome.
fake.
Hey, before we get too far into this, where can people find us online, on the IG, and on the YouTube?
If you don't already know about the Dallas Cowboys CanFan Instagram, fastest growing entertainment Dallas Cowboys page on Instagram, I don't even want to tell you about it. Just fucking search. I'm usually on the hot list with some great bomb-ass meme, some funny-ass clip from the show, or sometimes I'll even throw a couple, I'll just surf Twitter, find something funny, post it to a picture. People love those posts, by the way. But, yeah, Dallas Cowboys CanFan on IG. And the YouTube, AJ, that's kind of your department.
Yeah, so make sure, if you're watching already online, just like and subscribe.
And we know there's people that aren't subscribing. We can see the views.
We can see the views.
It's not hard. I know what it's like to be some fucking sleuth on a couch, not hitting subscribe. Just hit it.
Come on.
And turn those motherfucking notifications on so when a new episode drops, you're going to be with your boys.
We're 56 away from having our own personal URL, which is going to be huge for us.
So if you're having trouble finding us,
that's a tuxedo episode.
That is, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. If you're having trouble finding us, then that's the reason. Like and subscribe. Maybe that's why you don't want to like and subscribe, so you can't find us. But get us to 100. The more followers we have, the more opportunities we can do with post and etc. on YouTube. So
it gives us that feeling of being wanted.
Well, and at the same time,
exactly.
At the same time too, like we want to do a live premiere. Like we're just gearing up for. We're in the off season right now, baby. We're in the off season right now. You know what I'm saying?
Before I forget about the whole vote, you guys. Oh, and if no one knows what I'm talking about, I put out a poll asking my followers on Instagram if the Bandwagon Boyz were worthy of being on our 2021 Super Bowl run. Because the 2021 Super Bowl run has started. I just wanted to know from my followers if these two boys were, and Age Best in there. I was wondering if they were worthy, and 61% said yeah. And there's AJ getting ready for the cast right there.
That's me. Yeah, so 61.
61's pretty good. I thought it might go the other way. Lila Bessie, if you're listening, which you probably aren't, Saw that you looked at the post. You didn't even vote. You didn't even hit yes for
my own mother.
Your own mother,
vote.
and basically Johnson's fucking.
It's because
other mother.
I'm her 8th favorite.
Right.
And in all honesty, I'm her 8th favorite.
Yeah. Well, you got Age, me, Mav, Riker, Nate, you, Lynn, Tay. Add somewhere there. Yeah. Add somewhere there.
Okay. 8. So I must be 7th then.
No, you're at least.
Yeah, you could be 7th.
You could be 7th. So what do we got going on in the world of the Cowboys?
Well, okay, so today let's give it a little bit of a shout out to another YouTube channel here. First of all, I just pulled this up, Ant, but we're getting a lot of love from. You wanted to
All Even podcast. Yeah, great. We converse a little bit through DMs. Nothing like that. It's all to do with YouTube and Instagram and Dallas Cowboys. But All Even podcast with Barry Grant Jr. Guys, he's pretty dialed. He's pretty funny. I enjoy his content for show.
So you can check him out on YouTube. Just search All Even podcast. It's going to come up with Barry Grant Jr. But this is the actual YouTube channel we wanted to look at here today. Shouting out a second shout out in a row. Yeah, that's how we do it.
And we're not getting paid.
My Cowboys family. This has a whole bunch of the Zeke workout videos, and he's been dropping some heat online. Yeah. So this might not be the exact video, but I just wanted to talk about Zeke is back, baby.
Oh, man. Look at him, shirt off. Oh, man. I don't know, as hashtag no homos I can get to being wanting to date Zeke. That's how close I am. Look at him. Look at him go.
What do you think he means by this all gonna make sense real soon?
Because he's putting in all the work, and then once he's on the field, he's gonna show that these workout videos. Maybe he wasn't doing this at this point last year. You know what I mean? So this is you can tell he looks like he's in mid-season form there, weight-wise. He looks trim. He looks like his body type looks how he looked when he came out of college.
Yeah, he definitely looks cut as hell. I'm just saying.
Were you worried that we were on the page for too long that we're gonna get flagged by?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know if it does.
Well, it does. So when
what are you guys talking about? Give layman.
Okay, so when I go to this and I show when we show another video
for people listening
on YouTube,
not seeing this.
Guess what? Because we're the bad boys of podcasting, and we take
Big Hud,
Big Hud, we them boys, and you use someone else's channel without permission. YouTube's algorithm will flag you, and it could take down the video. So always cognizant and aware. And guess what? Sometimes you don't give a fuck.
How much time do you get though?
You never know.
Really?
I think that was fine because that was not their own. No one owned that.
Right. Well,
that was taken from
Zeke. Technically does.
Right, but it's kind of public
Zeke, if
domain.
you're listening, would love to have you on the show.
Do we want to watch another one of Zeke's doing some cutbacks?
Yeah, let's get it.
Some slutbacks. Oops.
I'd love Zeke, anything to do with Zeke, and I've been hashtagging every time I can. 2021 Revenge Tour, baby.
We're the bad boys of podcasts. We don't care if we show a little bit of someone else's video. Okay?
Check out the YouTube channel. I mean, we'll DM them and say, guess what? We used
300x. Oh, I didn't get to read it.
300. What do you think? Okay, so
he's yelling like a martial arts film this whole time.
Every time he cuts.
That would annoy the shit out of me.
I don't know, man. I love. It's like every time I make a joke on the podcast, I just scream into the mic.
Hey Zeke, man, you fucking run up behind me again, screaming like a
banshee,
screaming like Bruce Lee. I'm gonna.
He looks. I think he looks great. I'm so fucking jacked up for this season, man.
Do you think he's coming off? He's coming off of wanting to prove something this.
Yeah.
This
well,
season?
we talked last week on the podcast how Tony Pollard was the most underrated Cowboy. I don't care who you are. You obviously want your teammate to do well, but the competition in these guys is he wants Tony Pollard back on the bench. He wants to be the workhorse. He wants to be the number one in Dallas. He doesn't want people questioning that Tony Pollard's even close to being as good as him.
Can I push a hot topic button perhaps here?
Yeah,
do it.
I feel like Zeke is probably one of the most called out, overrated running backs in the league.
Last couple of years,
I'm not saying that he is. I'm saying
I'm not saying it's not warranted.
Yeah, sure.
You know, the only thing with last year, I've watched a bunch of YouTube breakdowns of his 2020 season. And it's the guy had an unfair circumstance last year. He was missing his starting quarterback. I'm not making excuses for him, but he was missing a bunch of his O-line. A lot of the time, he was getting hit The first contact was before he was even at the line of scrimmage. And anyone that knows football, your running back at least needs to be able to get to the line of scrimmage to do something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, he wasn't even getting the opportunity to make anything happen. What's the saying? Trying to make I don't know. I'm not even trying. Make a cake with a pile of shit. I don't know. It's something like that.
I mean, you wouldn't want. I would not, and I wouldn't eat that shit cake no matter how well it was made.
When life gives you lemons,
say fuck the lemons and get a first down. Boom. But he did have. I could see why people call him out. He's the best paid running back in the NFL. And his last, 2019, people say he had an off season. He didn't. He had still 1,300 yards,
didn't get the carries, man.
Like, if you look at 2019, he had a good season. 2020 was a little bit down.
It was his worst season.
Yes.
Of his career.
But okay, so I actually took, and this was a really popular post. I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago. I took his the stats from, I think it was 2019, it was 2020, and I compared them with the season that he was suspended for 6 games. And they were basically identical. And guys were going, well, the other season he didn't play 6 games. But it doesn't matter. It's a fucking average, right? So I took the average of the 2017 season, and you can see it, 242 to 244, right? So the only reason he possibly wasn't doing well in 2020 was he wasn't getting carries. It's 2017 and 2020 are pretty much the exact same.
He was still
stats.
He was also averaging a 4.0 last year still. So
but look at 2017, 4.1. They're literally mirrored stats.
No, totally. I mean, he was on actually a really good pace that year, but by the looks of it.
On which year?
On his 2017 year.
No, he was suspended for 6 games though.
Right, but that pace, if he would have kept that pace.
But can you argue that 2017 and 2020 are not identical?
They're identical, but he played a lot less games.
Doesn't matter. That just means they didn't utilize him last year.
That's when exactly. I think the reason that he didn't have any, it's harder to get going if you get less touches a game. Sometimes a running back needs 20, 25 touches a game for them to actually start getting that breakout, right? Because it's a bit of a, you're arguably going to run less well in the earlier stages of a game than in
100%.
When you get into that.
Especially a bruising running back, it's known that your bread and butter is the third and fourth quarter.
Right.
I mean, a running back's best friend is a quarterback. Look at Zeke's fucking quarterbacks last year.
Well, yeah. Long live the Red Rifle.
There you go. Now you get woohoo.
Red Rocket.
Red Rocket, Red Rocket, Red Rocket.
But here's something to look forward to. His 2017 year of the year after 2018, look at these numbers.
Yeah.
Like he went off. So let's hope that he does have that bounce back.
Well, and then if you look at the 2018 year to 2019, there's really not much difference either. Like, obviously he had 100 more or 80 more yards or whatever, but 2019 was not a bad year for Zeke, and people were calling for his head. It's because he came into the NFL in 2016 and basically blew it up, right?
Exactly. He had his peak year in 2016.
His first year, his rookie year. So, I mean...
But even that, look, 2019 he had 12 touchdowns. That's significant.
People bitched. How is a running back having a down year with 12 fucking touchdowns?
I mean, here's the other thing. He catches as much. He's caught the ball as much as your third string wide receiver.
Right?
Over 52 catches in the last 3 years.
52 catches, 12 touchdowns, and people are saying he had a bad year. I think he's had one bad year. Last year, and it wasn't even a bad year. It was not a good year for the Cowboys. So you can't really pinpoint it. But he looks motivated, and I'll leave it at that. Yeah. I'm excited to watch Zeke. He is, like I said, one of my favorite players. So
yeah, so looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's a bounce back year. I love it when a guy comes back with a little bit of piss and vinegar in him.
And it looks like it.
And probably one of the best beers in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. By far. And you know what? He's kind of trimmed up his head too, so he's gone a little bit cleaner looking.
He's trying for that speed.
Aerodynamic.
Yeah, not so much.
Everything comes into account for Zeke this season.
Did you? I don't know if you have us talking about this, but his dog.
Mm-hmm.
Was that what you were segueing into?
Oh, okay. Perfect. Great call. So Ezekiel,
literally, you have it up. Nice.
Yeah. Dogs attacked. Ezekiel Elliott's dogs attacked his neighbors.
Yeah, well, fuck those neighbors.
So Ezekiel Elliott's dogs have gotten the running back into legal trouble once again.
Once again, so
previously in March 2020, Elliott is currently being sued because in March 2020 his pool cleaner was bit by one of his dogs.
Yeah, but we don't know. We don't know what the pool cleaner was doing.
Yeah,
Probably teasing the dog.
Spraying water, splashing.
Yeah.
Or threatening to throw it in the deep end. I mean, that's gonna make me freak out.
You clean up your shit, or you're going in the deep end. And then the dog said, "Fuck you, man."
But this dog, I guess, a couple of his dog, not to make light of the scenario. Luckily, no one was deadly hurt, but his dogs broke out, bit a couple people.
You know what's okay?
What kind of dogs are they?
I mean, obviously, big dogs.
One's a Rottweiler. I read
for sure. He has a
Rottie. Yeah,
Rottie.
including a Rottweiler.
Zeke looks like
a Chihuahua.
Zeke would be, Chihuahua and a pug. So this is the funny thing with when you're famous and have lots of money. If any of us had a Rottweiler running around biting people, that dog's getting euthanized.
Oh, on the spot.
Without a doubt.
This one, they took it away for a 10-day quarantine to learn its
dog
lesson.
jail.
Yeah, to learn its lesson.
You know what I mean? Though? Normal people with no status or not financially successful as Zeke. Your dog runs around biting people. It's getting fucking put down. That's the end of the story.
Actually, the law though.
Whoa,
I mean,
there's pictures,
graphic photos.
In the law,
do we want to look at these?
Yeah,
graphic
fucking
photos?
rights.
In the law though, if they're on property.
Holy shit!
Jesus! God damn it!
I did not expect that.
Ooh, that's graphic. Ooh.
Yes. Ooh. Man, if we had a dog that did that, if we had a dog that did that to somebody, that dog's getting fucking put down without a doubt.
This picture is just weird.
That's it's on the leg.
Yeah, but the pants drop down to the knees and almost.
But is there a cut where?
Oh no, that's the if you look at that, that's the sheer force of the bite.
Oh man.
Oof. I mean, I don't mean to laugh at that. That was freaking terrible.
When we were first talking about the dog bite, I was not
expecting that.
Oh, there's the picture of his dogs.
Oh yeah.
A Pitty, a Rottie. Aw,
I don't think it's a pit bull. I think it's a. There's that hair. That looks like it's a wig. Like he's got a wig on.
What do we got? Does he put his dogs? Does he show his dogs?
Well, it's supposed to be.
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that thing would fuck you up.
Cujo. Jeez.
Is that his name? It's Cujo.
I mean, here's the thing: is dogs are the sweetest freaking things to their owners, and I have sympathy for that. But there's one thing that pisses me off the most is I have a big dog, so a lot of people are nervous around him, and I respect that, and I try not to scare them.
Yeah,
like I if I see that someone's a little nervous, I'll make sure that he's
back.
Yeah, and just make sure he's not.
What's your dog's name?
Stanley.
I like it.
But
I like when animals have human names.
Yeah, Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur. I remember Arthur. Yeah,
Rip. But this guy is bigger, and so other dogs sometimes will challenge him and stuff like that. Yeah, and he's not a ruffian. And it just makes me mad when someone knows they have an aggressive. I don't mind that the dog's aggressive,
but get it the fuck away from mine.
Yeah, exactly. Like then you have to be really in control of that dog and not let it
run around. And that
exactly.
We were laughing about making jokes about the pool lady and shit, but that fucking when it showed that looks like a knife wound.
That looked like a machete chop.
Yeah, ooh. Well, yeah, that person's getting some money. Mm-hmm. And you know what? It depends how much money it is.
$1 million bite, baby.
You know what? If depending how much you get, like I said, I talked about sucking a dick for 20 mil last episode. I would get shanked like that or dog bite for at least $100K.
One bite, 10 seconds.
Would you guys do $100K for that?
Oh yeah,
$100K for that. I mean, okay,
$100K American too. So that's like fucking 20 million Canadian, isn't it?
Well, I'm gonna wait till the dollar goes back down. Then I'm gonna get bit. And then that 100K USD is gonna be a lot more.
I was gonna say that would be a great. What would Jerry do? But Jerry Jones would he makes $100,000 a minute.
Oh man,
so I don't think
you would if you were gonna get
that dog away from me.
Dog bite.
If you were getting, oh, I thought you meant I would love to get bit by Jerry Jones's dog because you're fucking you just write a number on a piece of paper and for the story to not even get told. because they probably gave TMZ whatever amount of money to show their wound.
Sure.
Jerry Jones, you go, hey, I'm going to TMZ for 10 grand, or just give me $1 million, right? And
Oh man.
$1 million, like $1 million to Jerry Jones is fucking peanuts,
I
right?
see-
That's like this White Claw that I'm drinking.
That's a movie.
That is, yeah.
Getting three dudes in
we go around trying to get bit by
famous
celebrity
people.
dogs.
trying to get bit by famous dogs.
Okay, Tom Hanks has a dachshund.
It's like
That's gonna break skin.
it's like 7 psychopaths when they steal the rich people's dogs, kind of, sort of.
Sort of.
Okay, so hopefully the dogs don't get hurt.
I wonder how many stitches. I wonder how many stitches that was. That had to be a lot inside too. Like there was stuff hanging out.
There was wasn't good.
No.
Okay, one thing we haven't looked at is the power rankings, and I've got a recent one
Can
here.
I try to guess before I see?
Yes.
What we're at?
So this is ESPN. I know you always like to know who wrote it. It's just NFL Nation.
Oh, I just find a different article. I'm just kidding.
And this was done on May 18th, so fairly recent.
What's today? The 22nd? Oh yeah, okay.
And y'all ain't gonna hear this until the 1st, but
Fuck y'all.
tis how it is.
But this was recorded on Saturday, May 22nd, 2021.
Is the clap coming up? Oh, I thought the claps were coming up. Oh, there we go.
Gosh, if one thing that AJ has to do is he has to get on the bandwagon board.
I know.
What do we've only
What are we
played
gonna do?
two sounds.
Amazon some sort of soundboard.
Yeah.
Just do it.
We'll get it. So what the
making
fuck?
note.
What the fuck are we even talking? Oh, power rankings. I'm gonna say the Cowboys are probably 19.
And we saw you cheat and look at the article.
Yeah, I read, but you don't see anything.
Well, guess what? You're on camera.
Okay, you
I'm
said
gonna say
19.
I'm gonna say 19.
Okay, so
Man,
do
you
you want to go
dumb.
through? Do you want to just quickly roll through?
Yeah.
Until we hit the
Who's,
Cowboys.
who's number one? Is it the?
Number one? Okay, I read.
Chiefs?
I read 2 articles and I picked this one because it had the better ranking.
The Cowboys had the better ranking.
Cowboys had the better ranking in this one.
Gotcha.
That being said, the other article had Tampa Bay going 1, Kansas City 2.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's kind of a.
tis what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Although one thing that's interesting is it's not every year that the they play
Runner-up?
the Super, that they are
The runner-up
1 and
won't.
2.
Yeah, the runner-up. Usually, the Super Bowl champ will be number one. So this you kind of see the opposite. But usually, the Super Bowl champ's number one, and
1 or
then
2.
1 or 2. But a lot of the times, yeah,
The runner-up, he's not usually
like the year that Los Angeles or the. I don't know if they were Los Angeles at the time. Yeah, Los Angeles Rams. I think were they Los Angeles or were they still St.
Oh
Louis?
shit! No, they were LA.
So what the year they lost to the Pats, right? Yeah, that's who they played. They had that terrible game.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking 9-7 or whatever. Guaranteed they were not ranked second.
If
the
only
following
we
year.
had something like the internet to fact check this.
Nah, fuck it. It's funny. It's funnier to just. It's funnier just to pretend we know.
Here I
Buffalo
am,
Bills.
Again, do you think
Running the internet, and I'm supposed to.
do you think people are sitting there listening and being like, well, just check the internet, check
No,
Wikipedia?
I think. I think anyone that cares about stats was weeded out ages ago.
Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Welcome to the
13 to
Dallas
3, the
Cowboys.
Los Angeles Rams and,
what-
the New England Pats.
and that was that was 2018, like this 2018 season.
Yeah.
So do 2019 power rankings at the start of the year, and we'll see where the LA Rams were.
They're like economists. They never statisticians never say they're wrong.
There we go.
Yeah, they were fifth.
Okay, so but here,
So yeah, none. The Super Bowl champ wasn't even number one there.
Well, this is, I think, because Brady had Brady left at this
No.
point? No, he had
But
one more year.
it
here.
was such a bad Super Bowl, and there was a lot of questions still with the Pats.
Sure.
do you think that they go back and they adjust it, they correct it afterwards?
Maybe
Yeah.
because they did.
They don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, they just change it.
Oh, who has the wayback time?
Some 1984 shit going on there.
John, you were way up.
Number 3 though, Buffalo
Bills.
Bills. I actually saw a stat though about the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen had 21 dropped interceptions last season.
dropped
Interceptions, and then the closest to him,
that's juicy.
the closest to him that had happened to was Jameis Winston, and then it was Carson Wentz. So that's huge.
That
Yeah,
is
see?
huge, dude.
Like
Because that's the
huge swing.
that's just a different player catches.
Yeah, that's such a play like a dropped interception. You can't even factor that in.
It's like 17 interceptions is bad,
Terrible, yeah.
right? So it's one a game.
How many did he have? How many interceptions did Josh? We're putting AJ into work today.
I know, I love it. He's sweating. That's why he's wearing a tank top.
Pepsi.
That's why he's wearing a Pepsi jersey.
This is why I can.
How many picks did he have last season?
I mean, I'm a big Wikipedia guy. It's my first
Yeah,
reference.
Is it? Are you a Wikier?
I'm a
a Wiki
Wikipedia
guy.
guy.
I'll go Google and then I'll go news.
I will never.
You go
never,
news. This
Yeah.
is me. Wikipedia and then Reddit. Fuck news.
Oh yeah, because I totally want to go to Reddit to make sure that's
Yeah, it is.
Some non
Reddit's probably your best. There's nothing better than a hive mentality than one person writing an article that's controlled by mass media. The news is the last place you should go to for your information. You want to go to a hive of people that live in the area and actually know what's going on.
Look at how heated he's
Boom.
getting. Love it. You're almost
Mainstream media.
you're almost as red as that cooler beside you.
Hey, I work outside. You should check this out. Where's the good view here?
This has been another episode of Conspiracy Nth.
Check that out. Look at that tan line.
Damn. Go back to the other angle. There, you can see the def.
There you
You
go.
can see that def. Okay, 10 ints.
Tarps off.
10 ints.
Anytime.
10 ints last year.
He had 10 ints. So say he throws half that 21, half of them. Now he's in his 20s.
Oh, my goodness.
Or even a third. Let's say a third. 7
That
more.
almost seems like, but how many, what's the average, what's the league average then?
I'd say probably like 8 or 9.
What the hell is this?
That's a good stat too. Look at us. Are we becoming statisticians? I can't even say the fucking word. Statisticians?
I'm a stats man. He's a stats man.
I'm a stats man.
Fuck stats, honestly.
Yeah, fuck stats. I agree.
But I will say, there's nothing better than the NFL that captures every single
stat. I love
that
it.
you love.
Here's the problem with stats. I don't know how to fucking read them, okay?
Dude, just Google average dropped interceptions by quarterback per year. That'll give us a... And then type news in after that.
Do it.
CNN. Guys, if you are not coming here for this type of...
Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys Can Fan Podcast, where we just surf the internet.
You know
for
what?
a
If we
whole
don't find it
hour.
here, we'll continue on, but this is actually something I do want to look into.
Oh, it's important.
Like
It's a really important
how to learn
stat.
how to read stats.
Hey, this is like on the job training. Season 2, season 3, we're gonna have like
Well, it's off-season.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Season 3, we're gonna have like binders with fucking. We're all gonna have our own personal iPads, everything laid out. Fuck
Yep.
that shit.
Whoa, hang on. What's this?
Wear suits to work.
Yeah.
Patty Mahomes?
Okay, I'm gonna need you to go research the average dropped interception ratio for the 2018 and 2015 season.
Whoa, look at this. And I'm not saying you're wrong, Ant, but
That's passes. That's passes.
Patrick Mahomes had 16 passes dropped that could have been interceptions.
Well, exactly, but I'm not. So what's the average? So Josh Allen had 21. We need to know what the average is. If the average of every other one is 9,
It's also like,
then
how many
it's-
passes are you throwing? And we want to know that. Okay, let's come back to that.
This
and
might
let's
be-
finish
this
this
might-
power rankings. That's dope.
this might be a season or episode 12 topic.
It is
Noted.
Yeah.
So Josh Allen, fuck that guy. 17 or 21 dropped interceptions, loser. Los Angeles Rams now with why? So why are they so high now that they have?
I don't know.
Like, why are the LA Rams now that they have fucking 80-year-old
Matt Stafford?
Matt Stafford?
Because
as a
he's
QB?
actually only 32, I think.
Is that how old he
I don't-
is?
He's not very old,
Oh,
man.
I always think he's so old.
No,
He's been in
because-
the NFL for so long.
Exactly. He's been playing since he's 19 or something like that. Like, he's 33.
Okay.
So, like,
What do
87.
they call those guys? Journeymans?
No, journeyman is a quarterback that's bounced around to multiple teams. Like
Garcia?
Garcia's a
Fitzpatrick.
Doug
Yeah,
Flutie?
Yep. You
The
just
journeymen
named
of
great
our
ones.
day are Garcia and Fitzpatrick. And then there's also a couple really good backups.
I mean,
that have
even
floated around.
even backups can be considered journeymen, right? But
I mean, the problem Stafford's been great. He's just been on the shitty Lions for so long.
and now he has a defense. So maybe, does getting Matt Stafford put LA at 4? I guess you saw what they did to Seattle with. I don't even know the guy's name that was playing quarterback. He beat Seattle. They had a backup beat Seattle in playoffs.
And you know that, and one of the things.
Or no, Goff did. Sorry. They had the backup start. Sorry for cutting you off, Ad. They had the backup start, and then he got hurt, and then Goff came in with the injured hand and beat Seattle.
Yeah. And one of the most important things on the Dallas Cowboys Can Fan is that we're very judgmental on how someone looks, and Matt Stafford looks like a lineman.
Yeah.
He does not look like a quarterback. Look at him. He looks like a lineman.
He looks like a coach.
Maybe not on the size, but his face just looks like he'd be a lineman.
He's got that super square. He's got a very square jaw.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
Hey, he's a Texas boy. What about that picture that you sent into the group chat? The great thing about football is both these guys play.
Shoot.
It was the Denver lineman with his shirt up. I think he was a rookie.
Was it in our Instagram chat? I can pull
I
that
think
up.
it was. It was pretty funny.
You can't show someone our
I was gonna say,
secret
if-
chat.
This is not our
Hey, also, if
X-rated
you're
Instagram
looking
chat.
to follow any of these bandwagon boys, you can follow at Boy Wildish or at Adbest. They're both looking for followers. They both get naked in DMs.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you just got to be nice to them.
I send
There it is.
I send unsolicited.
The best part about the NFL is both these dudes play the same sport
it's DK Metcalf and the new O-line
for Denver. Center.
rookie first. Yeah.
Okay, DK.
Just a
Let's
beauty.
let's just talk about DK Metcalf for a second. He does not look like a regular tight end.
He's a wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver.
DK Metcalf?
Yeah. I mean, look, you're right.
Sorry.
He plays slot, I think, though,
Sorry,
doesn't he?
the
He plays
size of him, he should be a tight end. Is
The
what
size
I was,
of me is-
That's what I was.
He's 6'4", like 30, 240. He's
And he kind of is. I think he tries to think he's the Dennis Rodman of the NFL.
maybe.
I mean, he's only 23 years old. When I was 23, here's the thing: I'm the same age as LeBron James,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
and
isn't
like
it?
I remember looking at myself at 25, and then looking at like what LeBron James looked like at 25 years old, and it was like,
I
mean-
have a total side story about LeBron James, and this just happened on Wednesday. I'm out of town working at Kelowna, and we went for wings on Wednesday night, and there was these three gentlemen sitting at the bar watching the Golden State Warriors versus the LA Lakers, and I could give two fucks about basketball. These three guys are right into it. It's overtime. They're cheering hard for Golden State Warriors. So I've had a couple fat tugs. They're pretty high percent beer. I find it's a perfect time to fuck with someone. So I'm just going ham, cheering for LeBron and the Lakers like I bleed purple and yellow. Well, they ended up winning in overtime, and I was just going nuts like I just won the fucking lottery. And I don't care.
when really you don't give two.
I could
shits.
give two fucks.
Your
but
celebration is pissing off these two guys.
and I'm not even trying to be a dick. I was just trying to have a little fun. I'm out of town. I was with one of the guys that didn't talk much, so I found my own fun by trolling, I guess.
And
That's real life trolling, though.
Yeah, that was
That's
real life
great.
So
trolling.
what were the guys saying though?
Oh, after I came up to them and I was like, oh man, what a game, that LeBron. I just kept going, LeBron, every time he hit something, or Lakers, and you could see them glancing back at me like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? And I don't know, we laughed about it. I think I even told them after. I was like, I'm sorry I was being a dick, but I was just trying to rile you guys up a
Let's
bit.
fuck with you.
Good thing I didn't get stabbed or bit by a dog.
Yeah. Okay, Green Bay number 5 and Baltimore Ravens.
This is
number
debatable.
6.
It depends if Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers or not. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Very true. Now, they say player who benefited most from the draft. I mean, that's been the big sore thumb in Green Bay is that they don't do shit for
They don't help Rodgers.
Mind you, when you watch the man play, it's like, yeah, because I got this magical, legendary,
He-
mythical beast
yeah.
on my team. I don't that just performs.
But then
with
just
nothing.
imagine if this guy has like a DK Metcalf. Oh, I guess he has Devontae Adams. But imagine they give him another weapon.
I know. Just think about it. It's just resource management on a team where they're like, look, you have something on your you have a position on your team that can accommodate for other positions being
Yeah.
less than what they need to be. So, okay, we don't have to spend so much money on these guys. Like to me, it makes sense in terms of not relationship, but like
Yeah.
money.
But there's
and-
two ways to go about it also. And it just happened recently with the Cowboys. I'm not saying Dak Prescott is anywhere near as good as Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is probably top 3
Fair play.
like naturally gifted quarterbacks to ever play in the NFL. But in 2020, when we were drafting first round at 17, did we need CeeDee Lamb? No. The Cowboys did not need to draft another wide receiver. Did they? Because it's going to help your quarterback? Yeah, they did. Because why not? Imagine Aaron Rodgers had the Cowboys receivers.
I think.
Do you even need a fucking defense then?
No.
I think for me, I would just, if I ever got a team, I would just
Okay,
figure
that's
out
the
which
next step. Owning a team.
own a team. Then what we would do, and what I would fight for, is say whatever side we're heavy on, we overload. We just like load right up. So like if we were a defense dominant team, it's like then let's just pack even more stars. So like at least our defense is just shut down, and then all through the season we can just focus on
It's got to
getting
be
a workable. I mean,
it's got to be tough, eh?
Well, that's
it might not be. It probably wouldn't be the right way. I'm just saying that's the way that I'd leaned.
Oh,
it
for
just
sure.
be-
Is
I
that
agree.
is that what you used to do? So I remember you used to just draft teams and then let the simulation run in Madden. You would never play. He'd play like the one game.
I play one game a year just to
Then,
get a
and
vibe
then
for the team.
He would
That's
draft
a
a
huge
team and then he would just simulate.
The best
to see
part
what the
about this
season
is AJ was doing this before it was even
For myself,
before people. It's like a huge thing now.
Yeah.
Guys will do like they'll start leagues and they won't play. They won't play the games.
no,
they'll
they
just
send
manage
it.
them.
And guess what? I'm watching them do that now.
Are you?
And and it cures
Why
my.
don't you join any of those type of leagues? It's time consuming, I guess.
Well, we'll start it up. At Madden 2022, we're gonna have to do something with it. Either
Yep.
bring back our old league, or we'll do something fun.
Well, how
with
many
it.
with all the people we've had on the cast so far?
Oh yeah, we have a league.
We got a league.
We
for
could
sure have a league.
we could fill something out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're right. Green Bay's up there if they have Rodgers. No matter.
Without, they're dropping at least 10. Without
Exactly.
Rodgers, they're dropping 10 places.
Certainly. Ravens, Baltimore Ravens. I mean,
Great overall team.
yep, exactly.
If Lamar
Solid.
if Lamar Jackson can find a little bit more balance with his passing game, yeah, I think that's a good spot for them.
Cleveland Browns, a little surprising. I mean, maybe I'm a hater, and I don't even actually hate.
We're it's like ingrained in us to
Yeah.
just think Cleveland shouldn't be in the top 10 in
I
power
actually,
rankings.
when I look at the team, I mean, even who's their quarterback? Shoot.
Mayfield, Baker.
Baker Mayfield. Like I don't love the guy. I don't hate the guy. I'm actually more in the like category. It's just something about the Cleveland Browns and him that I don't believe in them yet. I don't know.
I disagree because one of the teams outside of so
I'm surprised, when we first started watching football, that we didn't become Browns fans.
I know. Remember
that's
when
when
we
we first started watching?
I love their jerseys,
Yeah, great jerseys.
and at the time Garcia was
And he was
quarterback.
okay, and they had that. I can't remember the running back's
Couch.
name.
No,
No, running back. There was like 40. His number was like 44. I can't remember. He was no one. He was a no one running back.
But the thing that I love about the Browns, everybody else was doing so you have all these you have Hard Knocks and then you have All or Nothing. So Hard Knocks is on HBO, All or Nothing's on Amazon Prime.
Great.
Cleveland Browns.
Both are great series.
So Cleveland Browns just does their own series and they post it on
yeah,
YouTube.
For free.
So so when Jarvis Landry and OBJ came
Fuck,
on,
I'll have to watch that.
and so I was watching last year. I don't know how much they did this. The year before last year, where OBJ and Landry were finally back on the same team together since college.
That was this year.
That was the year before.
OBJ's been on the Browns 2 years.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that shows how much Browns football I watch.
So the year that they just had was
he got hurt. He got hurt the year before.
Yeah, and I like a bandwagon boy, I drafted him because I was so invested. So I'll watch these docu-series and then I'll see someone that I like, so then I'll draft
Yeah,
him.
but OBJ, I mean, the talent that guy's.
Sorry, I didn't draft OBJ. I drafted Landry.
Well, Landry's still great too.
Landry had both. Look, I had Landry both years,
and he had a better season than OBJ. Both
Yeah,
times.
but he didn't put up the points in fantasy that
Fair
you needed.
enough.
Yeah, but let's
anyways.
be honest with fantasy dudes. I mean,
It's everything.
I've tried drafting. Okay, I'm going to go on my list. Okay, I'm going to go on best available.
The winning.
There's so much fucking luck in your.
The chance of with fantasy
Oh,
is like.
hang on. He just broke the internet by saying it's so much luck.
Oh, yeah,
There's so many fucking people who have
so
like
many
a room.
nerds.
Trust me, your skill.
Nerds.
Your skill obviously
Rev,
matters.
fuck Rev.
No, like if you can
Lucky
figure
fuck.
that shit out.
Lucky fuck.
Yeah, fuck Rev. Rev is a lucky fuck, by the way. But also, luck plays for like say 20% of it, because if one of your players if one of your players gets injured, Adam, you had Charles Barkley.
I had Gnarls Barkley.
Saquon.
Yeah, Saquon both years.
Yeah.
And
he fucked me.
So, and then that's the thing with. I think the biggest thing with fantasy, and we're getting so off of what we were talking about, but who gives a fuck?
We're coming back.
I think the biggest thing with fantasy is the pickups, like who you pick up. But even in a what's the word when you get the order? What's the order called?
Snake or
no, not draft. In between, like
waiver.
Waiver wire. With the waiver wire, even say it's so lucky. Like maybe the week before you picked up some fucking Joe Blow who ends up doing nothing. And then the next week, your running back gets hurt, and you needed to use your top number one waiver wire for this guy. So I even think the waiver wire is can be pretty hit or miss and lucky.
I agree. I mean, look, we'll have some heavy fantasy.
Oh,
talk
and you know
when
what? We got to bring this up when we got fuckboy Rev back on to here, because I mean, he at the end of the day, Rev's always been. I've been in a few leagues with Rev. He's always good. So obviously there is some sort of
there is definitely
sold
skill to it,
fucking soul or something.
but. You can definitely if your number one pick goes down in the first week,
You're fucked.
that sucks.
Okay,
And,
so
that's hard to fucking bounce back.
One last thing, let's say about fantasy, since the three of us have never got a championship.
I have won a championship, just
not in our same with me.
coveted, just not in our coveted.
I've
league.
never won.
2 other leagues I've won.
That's okay.
But my biggest problem with when I draft multiple teams. So at one point I had 5 teams, and all of my teams,
mirrored them.
All of my
Yes.
teams are mirrored.
You can't do that.
Literally is the worst.
I've
thing.
learned. I'm in 4 leagues. I make sure that maybe I have the same guy on maybe 2 teams. It's like any type of. It's kind of like the stock market. You got to hedge your shit against.
Well, I think
stuff that can happen.
This season, I'm just gonna
You gotta go completely opposite.
Last season, I just committed to the 1 league. I might go 2 leagues this upcoming season, but if we can do some sort of like Madden league again to parallel our season to do some more YouTube content. Like, subscribe, notify yourself. Let us know if that's something that you like to watch.
Hey, y'all,
and tell us
people
what to do.
love that
This would be fun if anyone out there plays Madden and wants to join the league. DM us on IG.
Don't even DM. Fucking if you're watching this on
or
YouTube,
watching on this. Yes,
comment below.
Just whatever, and if we get enough people, let's do a league.
Yeah, we will for show.
We'll figure that out. Okay, so Cleveland Browns. Anything on them?
I was just gonna say I thought we were gonna make some sort of Cowboys can fan trifecta here and like help each other out, trying to like make some sort of alliance to try to get one of us to win this year.
I watch this. I'm gonna say this. Give me the camera here.
Right. Okay, you're on.
Yeah.
DeWack football. One of these 3 bitches is winning, son. They're done, boys.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Move on.
You're welcome. Okay, Seattle. Look at those guys. I would 3-way. I mean, what? We're gonna be able to clip every risque thing I say about guys. And it's gonna be awesome.
By the beginning of the season, we're gonna have something.
I'm okay with that. Whatever.
I mean, we're at the 42-minute mark.
2021.
No one's listening to us right now, so
that's
we'll
okay.
have to clip it anyways.
2021.
We got a couple more links to go through, so that's fine.
Seahawks. Okay, we're gonna power hour this.
Yeah.
Seahawks. I
Seahawks.
think that's fair.
Seahawks. Let's just stop if anything's wild.
San Fran, fair.
I mean, fair. Although, look at this one. They moved up from 13, so whatever. That's just kind of. I mean, they're a good team. They're a hot team.
So
And they have the Trey Lance is the first overall pick. They have a good chance.
Just say Seahawks number 8.
yeah, sorry. Seahawks 8. San Francisco number 9, Tennessee Titans number 10,
Yeah, we'll just stop if we don't like something.
Arizona Cardinals
I think
number
they
11.
could be higher, maybe. Personally,
I would
Cards higher than that?
because of the
they
defense
have a good
is
team.
But if you agreed for those other ones, then how would you?
I'm just saying they could be. I'm not saying
Right,
they should
okay.
be. I'm just saying I could if they were number 8 or 9 and San Fran was 11, I wouldn't seen any difference in it.
What their QB? Their QB.
Kyler Murray,
Kyler
who's
Murray
shorter than me or you,
is fucking solid.
he's pretty good. Yeah,
he's kind of a weirdo. I don't know if
I
I
don't like him.
And they got JJ.
Yeah, they did.
J.J.
JJ
Abrams?
Watt.
No, they brought on that JJ Wizzle. So he's getting a little older, but still, it's those fundamentals and
Yeah.
what he brings to the team, man. It's good. Colts
Big
on
question
12.
mark. It's their great team. They have Carson Wentz. I mean, when Wentz was, I'm mad the Eagles went on from Wentz because he's so bad. So maybe he finds new life at Indy. I don't know. He's technically not a bad quarterback, but fuck Wentz.
Well, hit their
But fuck Wentz.
Super Bowl year where he went down with injury. He was having a very good season.
Was. He honestly was. Yeah.
But something happened. He got.
Heard he's not a good team guy.
He got hit in the nose and something threw him off.
He's not a good team guy. I've heard. I've read.
I just
on
don't like
Reddit.
his face. Minnesota Vikings number 13.
Yeah, I mean Kirk Cousins is your quarterback. That's a tough
Hey,
sale.
it sounds like where you should be. 13.
13. I don't know.
Bad number.
I don't
Miami
know.
Dolphins 14. I think
Yeah, I think it's all right.
it's
there
the quarterback. It's the quarterback
Yeah,
that
it's question mark.
That
I
relieves
was
the
just gonna
biggest
say
question.
probably the most to me. Dolphins, Jaguars, Panthers, they're all kind of off.
Yeah.
They're no name teams to me, unfortunately.
You know why that is?
Why?
You don't ever see them because Miami and Jacksonville are literally as geographically far away as possible as any team.
Yeah, but I don't think I ever.
And same with Carolina. They're so fucking far away from us that we don't. There's no coverage. They rarely get live games. Like you're
outside of the time that Matt Jones, my boy from Madden,
crazy cokehead.
Matt Jones, was he actually?
Oh yeah, Matt Jones is a huge cokehead. Why do you think you found him? That's how he got out of the NFL. Then again, I called.
Why do you think he was on your team?
I called Tim Tebow a cokehead last episode, which I was joking about.
Yeah, you got flamed for that.
Adams always had on his fantasy teams or Madden teams. He always had the attitude of it doesn't matter. Like he did not care about
off the field issues.
No, it was
we back our players 100%.
He was the Al Davis of our league.
Totally.
Yeah, 100%. We back our players 100%.
But that's back to Miami Dolphins, Jaguars, Panthers. You don't hear about them because they're so fucking far away from us.
How about the Steelers at 15?
I mean, it's weird because they were undefeated till week 11 last year.
Well, that's the problem. And then they just went like shit the bed.
Shit, we're 16.
16.
I just seen a pic of
Cowboys.
I'm actually. I think that's too high.
Ouch. What would you say?
Ouch.
You said 19.
I said 19.
You said 19. Well, regardless, 16 to 19, we're talking middle.
Yeah, middle of the pack.
You were thinking a little bit.
I was saying
on the lower side of the
between 15
average.
and 20. I kind of would have thought was.
Let's see what they say about them. Safety has been a need for years for the Cowboys. Even if Wilson showed he could develop into a productive player.
Wilson's their hard hitting. He came on last year. He's a beast.
And they added 3 safeties. Keanu O'Neal,
who's going to play linebacker, so that's kind of wrong, but whatever.
But they're kind of doing that now with the NFL, right? Like they're meshing.
Your one safety is also like an in the bot, yeah.
Yeah. What is it? So there's edge, which they switched. I bet you in the next few years we're going to hear that a new name for that type of safety
linebacker.
Who's playing linebacker? Because what it's your D line is playing a linebacker position.
Yeah. Like your edge rusher.
Your edge rusher.
Do you think it's because that as the years go on and the D line they're not maybe going for size, but they're also transferable because
what it
is so big.
What it is like an edge rusher or like this linebacker that's a safety. It's certain downs, right? Whereas first and second down are predominantly run downs, whereas maybe second to third. Like it kind of depends what you want to, how you want to play your defense. If you think if they're in a passing situation after first down, you're going to probably have your edge rusher on and you're going to have your safety linebacker hybrid on because they're more likely to pass the ball. If you think they're going to run, you don't want some guy that's 200 pounds taking on an offensive lineman. You want to have a linebacker, like a natural linebacker. Same thing with on the line. If they're gonna run, you don't want a guy that makes his money rushing a passer. You want a guy that's gonna play his gap and stop the run.
Man, that's a funny point because the NBA is huge on this right now, and it's actually something they're talking about more on sports is players just playing 60 games a season, getting to the playoffs, and then playing. So kind of what you're saying is these positions are being created where it's like you're gonna play the first and second down. And most of the time,
depending,
and maybe once in a while you're going to play third if it looks like that's what they're going to do. But otherwise, like we want you at 100% for 50% of the game instead of 60% for 100%.
So I'll give you an example in the NFL like this: first down, you have your base defense out, right? Usually 4-3. You got your four best linemen, your two defensive ends, your two defensive tackles, and then your 3 linebackers. We're just talking about the front 7. On first down, that's pretty base what you're going to do, right?
Is this because you could go pass, you could
go pass,
run?
you go rush. This is your best defense against them. Obviously, barring what the team does, right? But so first down, you sack the quarterback, and now it's 2nd and 14. Mm-hmm. Well, now you're not going to have three linebackers out there. You might only have 1 linebacker out there.
They're not going to...
Because on 2nd and 14, they're more than likely going to throw the ball. Or you go the other way. First down, they run and they get to 2nd and 3. Well, you're probably going to keep that same defense on the field. You know what I mean?
Because the chance that they run that
again, and then say they run again, and now it's 3rd and 1. Well, now you're going to bring in a fucking goal line or your big boys in, right? Like,
so that's kind of interesting because it kind of shows you you're shaving off potentials as as you move down into what situation happens.
The NFL's a giant chess match.
Yes.
It's literally you're guessing, and it's not you're trying to guess what their next move is going to be,
and just play.
And you're picking what you think is going to be the best defense for that situation, and obviously it doesn't work out all the time, right? Mm-hmm. But that's just essentially what they're trying to do. So you'll always see you'll see in between plays. You don't really see it when you're watching it on TV, but you'll see it. Man, there's always guys switching in and out. So you get a team like Aaron Rodgers who can get up to the ball. So this is why getting on the ball and snapping right away is such a good play, because they don't have a chance to substitute.
So now you got this,
and that's where you
350-pounder stuck out there.
So you're trying to on the ball, keep the pace, don't let them change.
And that's where the too many men on the field issue happens a lot too.
Oh yeah, all the time. Do we even go past the Cowboys?
No,
I mean, not really. I just
I'm
Let's
just
see
gonna, 32. Where's the Eagles?
I want to see the Raiders. Fucking Raiders, guys. They're not even. I mean, I love the Raiders. We'll always love the Raiders. They're not even worth fucking talking about. There's nothing interesting going on with them.
Snooze fest. Great logo still.
Great logo. And
you passed them. 27.
Pass.
I don't know.
Ugh.
I honestly think the NFC East is gonna surprise people this year. Whenever they have a down year, it's going to be weird. It's going to be one of those things. There's going to be 3 teams from the fucking NFC East. I'm going to fucking hate life.
Look, all things aside, if Philadelphia can just figure out a way to utilize whatever strengths they saw in Jalen Hurts to draft this guy, he will do. They can do adequate enough.
Oh, 100%.
But the problem with the NFL, I find, is they put these guys out there and they expect them. It's like, oh, Patty Mahomes did it, and I don't know, Aaron Rodgers, previous to him did it. Just these kind of more late round. Aaron Rodgers is not a fair comparison because he was actually kind of projected high. But you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
These guys that show up, we've said it before, there's no time for a quarterback to develop in the NFL anymore.
It's either they do or they don't.
So Philly, actually, the fact that he got to play a couple games last year,
it's probably beneficial.
And it wasn't his year.
Yeah, probably beneficial.
It is beneficial. Let's look at who the last is. Houston Texans.
Yeah,
I mean,
they got a lot of questions.
Just the worst trade in recent years was that David Johnson for...
Dude, everything they did. They got rid of David Johnson. They got rid of fucking DeAndre Hopkins. They got rid of J.J. Watt. Like, those are guys that...
They traded for David Johnson.
Yeah, they traded Hopkins.
Yeah.
How fucking dumb. Whatever.
Canada Dry is not owned by Pepsi or Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
that's what's
interesting.
Shock to me.
Let's just be happy.
I totally thought it was.
Let's just be happy this isn't the Houston Texans Can Fan podcast.
Oh,
we are at least liking the best Texas-based NFL team at the moment.
All right.
Do you find extra hate towards another Texan team?
Nope. I honestly don't. The only teams I hate, and I wouldn't even really say I hate Washington. I just despise them a little bit because they're in the division. Hate the Eagles. The only team I actually hate is probably the Eagles. New York and Washington football team. Don't really have hate for them, but those fucking Eagles. Mainly because their fans are just such skids.
EAGLES, Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I'd like to fly you into a wall.
Squirt on my chest, bro.
I mean, I was for a while there. I was an Eagles fan.
Well, you're not the bandwagon. Oh, actually, I wanted to bring up a bandwagon band story.
Owens and
hey, I got
McNabb.
I got a bandwagon story about Adam.
Hit your story, and then we have 2 real quick hits
I'll,
before we do the what would Jerry do?
We're at the 53-minute mark.
This is a bandwagon story of bandwagon boy number 1 over there. We went to Disneyland a couple of years ago together, and I'm pretty sure he was wearing that Raiders hat. And how fake of a fan did you feel when people that were clearly diehard Raider fans would stop you and go, "Fuck yeah, bro, Raiders," and you just had to actually pretend that you were a Raiders fan?
Yeah, exactly.
It happened quite when I was with you a few times.
Well, I mean, we're in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So
Anaheim,
which again, California. So you'll get a lot of Raider fans out there. It was one of those things where you're like, yeah, you know what? Like, hey, look, I like the hat. I have a couple players on my fantasy team. I am a Raiders fan. But I'm not like
a diehard.
I'm not a diehard.
But these guys that if you're willing to say bring up the Raiders and be like, oh, bro, love your hat. That means this guy's like looking for that bond that this guy fucks with the black and silver.
I think it's completely inappropriate
that Adam wore that hat.
No. That people do that. Like, if we're en route to a game or something, then it's like, oh, hey,
you got to think though. This is the States.
I
where
know.
It's like it's fandemonium. Like your team is your team,
and this is why I'm a Chilliwack boy. Okay.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, you get a lot of hey, brother.
If I see
hard one yesterday,
I tell you this, I want to do that so bad when I see someone wearing a Raiders hat.
And don't.
Well, I think about it in my head about being like, well, what if I just walked up and said, hey, bro? But
if you're wearing...
Am I the weirdo? Because maybe I should be able to do that.
If you're wearing a jersey, say, or wearing a hat, maybe not a hat.
But this is the dreaded
like,
thing,
the hat's kind of weird. The hat.
I go up to a guy, hey, man, Raiders, awesome. And he goes, oh, I just bought it. I don't even know who the Raiders are.
And this is the thing with the hat, it's kind of weird. But like, if the guy's wearing a jersey, I feel like you're dropping $100 and whatever on a jersey.
Yeah.
You're at like a Stitch, like a Nate Dogg walking around in a Ronnie lot, and you're like, oh man, dope jersey. But like a hat, like I mean,
oh, who is
and
this? I don't even know.
It happened. It happened multiple times. Just when I was around, like how many times do you think that happened that week?
I'm just gonna say this: since 1993. I've had Raiders, some sort of Raiders paraphernalia.
Yeah, it's good shit. Like they've branded themselves great.
When I was young, I got a Raiders jacket, Raiders starter jacket for Christmas.
Before you knew you liked football.
Before I didn't even know what football was at that point.
But back to what I'm asking, how many times do you think that happened in that week?
Oh,
at least 10.
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Adam, if you'll bring up my screen here, I have the fantasy football draft, or Fantasy Pros. So Fantasy Pros takes everyone's rankings and puts them together and kind of makes a list out of them. So
gotcha.
It's a nice average.
So they're talking about
Are they
players.
a sponsor?
I just want to go.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
So stop sucking their dick so much.
God damn. He's right. And you know what? He's right.
Slap that
Fantasy Pros dick out of my mouth.
This unknown website we're on.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to show, Dallas has a really strong fantasy team. Now,
Dak's like in the second tier of quarterbacks.
Second tier of QBs. Obviously, not first tier because really I don't know that Kyler Murray and Josh Allen should be with Patty Mahomes.
I think the only reason they're going with Murray and Allen is they have that score like running touchdown thing. Like they both score a lot of touchdowns. 3 minutes till an hour.
3 minutes and we're gonna go a little bit over, but we're gonna be close.
People you know what? Guess what? If you're listening still at this moment,
congrats.
You're in it for the ride.
Congrats.
You don't care if it's a minute and 1 hour 6 minutes, 1 hour 3 minutes. You're in it for the ride.
If you're here, you're here.
We just push. We keep pushing that limit.
That's
and you know what?
We'll
let's see. If you're a true fan, comment below that you listened to this moment.
I will honestly be
if
very
you do
surprised.
If you do. Okay, you'll be in a special additional ballot for the next jersey
giveaway.
Poll.
Yeah,
I will make sure that you get a additional
10 entries.
10 entries.
Whoa.
An additional 10
entries. We can say this because we know no one's
we know no one's going to do it. Me and Adam are the only ones who comment. Okay.
I'll take a Raiders jersey.
And Dak's within this company. Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers.
To me, I think that's fair.
Justin Herbert.
I think that's fair. I think Dak should be ranked like that.
Yeah, running backs. We got the first tier: McCaffrey, Cook, and Henry. Which I feel like they're throwing a little bit of shade at Alvin Kamara, but I guess without.
I think it's the quarterback issue.
Yeah, totally. Which is a huge question mark for new.
But like,
I mean, we don't got Drew. We don't got Drew.
This is kind of how I like. This is good. This is kind of how I see it.
So tier 2,
Zeke at 8. I see it.
Yeah, tier 2. We got Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Alvin Kamara, Zeke, and Aaron Jones.
I think that's pretty.
It makes
fair
sense.
company.
There's nothing crazy out here. The only thing is, they are ranked. So Zeke is on the bottom of this second tier,
which I don't think's out of the ordinary. I think that's for what he did last year. I think that's a good rank. Do I think Zeke's better than the 8th overall running back in the NFL? Yeah, I do.
You gonna draft him this year?
If I have any chance of drafting Zeke in the first round in any NFL league that I'm in, fantasy league, done. Hundo fucking P.
Now that I'm on the Dallas Cowboys Fan podcast,
and you know what? If I get a chance at Dak Prescott, if I can get the top 3, if I can get Dak, Amari, and Zeke on any team, I'll fucking do it.
Well, let's look at the wide receivers here. Now, this is a little bit of a shocker for you, Anth, because I'm going to have to do Control D to find Dallas here. Or Control F, sorry.
See, and I like it. I like that Amari Cooper's not ranked high. He always finishes as like one of the top 5 fantasy receivers.
18, tier 4.
But look at this.
There's no reason for it.
We've got 2 tier 4 Dallas Cowboys.
And you know why they do that? Because either one of those guys could be tier fucking 1 or 2.
And then, but this is kind of sexy here. The tier 6, Michael Gallup.
Yeah. So, I mean.
So, I don't know. I didn't go through and look, but to have your 3 receivers in the top 6 tiers,
yep.
I think that's a strong receiving
core.
For
for sure. And then if you go something like this, so let's say, what was he?
Cooper? Sorry, number 1, 2, and 3 for our Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs. Then we got DK Metcalf, Hopkins, Ridley, Jefferson.
Good tight end.
Ridley's interesting. He really is. I think a little higher projected.
I think Justin Jefferson falls off.
True. Both of these 7 and 8 are questionable. Then tier 3, Evans, McLaurin from Washington, Robinson II, Thomas, Jones, Allen,
Cooper should
Godwin.
be in 3. At least should be in 3.
Well, they're not. And then we got 16, 17, 18 Cooper, 19, and 20 CeeDee Lamb.
Man,
So it
I'm
goes
so jacked up for this season.
DJ Moore, Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper, Kenny Golladay, CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, you don't know what the guy's gonna do with Dak the whole year. Like he's gonna be fucking good, man. CD's a beat. He was good last year, and he had. I don't know. I'm such a fanboy.
What jersey are you buying? You buying the CeeDee Lamb jersey this year?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What am I gonna buy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a Micah Parsons.
Stitched.
Fucking rights.
Okay, guys, I had something here for. We're going to talk about it next week. The NFL jersey number switches, we're going to talk next week.
That's fine.
Because we got to fit in a what would Jerry do.
Okay.
Now,
End it off.
I had 2. So we're going to pick from one of these.
What are you missing here?
Oh.
No. What are you missing? Soundboard.
Oh, yeah.
What would Jerry do?
There we go.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anth, first
Do you
of all,
want me to get that thing out?
Let's roll through this. If we find a good one, we'll go with this one.
They're kind of sensational and stupid.
If not, then we're gonna roll. I do have 2 options for us that we can pick from, but let's just hear.
Okay, so this is a completely computer-generated thing. We didn't come up with any of these. I'm hitting a button that just generates words. That's it. That's all.
Scenarios.
What would you do if you needed to go to the bathroom very badly, but the bathroom for your gender is busy while the bathroom for the other gender is free?
Fucking kick the door
Okay,
open.
so is that the
No,
one?
We're just gonna read through a couple.
Okay.
What would you? This is just generated. I'm just clicking a generate button. What would you do if your friend belongs to a very obscure religion and many people think they are very strange? Like these are. It's
drop
more
it
so,
like it's hot.
It's just more so
Yeah.
to read these because they're so weird.
Okay.
They're weird.
Give us one more, and then we'll pick between the 2 actual.
What would you do if you saw your favorite celebrity eating at the same restaurant as you? What if they had a reputation for being very nice to fans or very rude? Like these are just so fucking stupid.
If they were very nice, I would go piss on their food, and if they were very mean, I would show my butt to them.
Right? Like they're just such dumb questions.
Okay, no, it's fun. If we get one from there one day, we will. But
Well, next time we're just gonna
pick one.
no matter what it is and roll with it.
With what would you? Okay, but with this, what would Jerry do? What would Jerry do? Okay. Okay, so we can pick between one of these 2. What NFL rule would Jerry Jones want to remove, or who does Jerry Jones want to beat in the Super Bowl?
Ooh, those are actually really good ones.
We went.
A or B?
I like the Super Bowl one.
Okay, let's go with Super Bowl.
I'd say we do both.
I don't think we have. No, we
There-
gotta.
I mean,
we gotta
we're-
save
look,
ammo.
Okay.
We'll save ammo. Let's go with the Super Bowl one.
Okay.
Okay, so who... Jerry Jones is in his office. He's got... Obviously, he's paid for a mystic from the far over lands to come over and provide with him a wish. And the guy's like, doing his Oracle Ball. He's overseeing the training facility where he's watching Zeke's. Zach. He calls him Zach. Yeah. Zeke and Dak.
Zach, you're a good boy.
Yeah. He calls him one person.
Yeah,
Zach and Dak.
He's got Zach on the field there. And everyone's working, and he's watching, and so he brings in this mystic, and the mystic's like, so you can, I don't know, you can beat anyone in the final games of the season. Who will it be, Jay?
Okay, so it is a beat anybody in the final. So
he has to win. They are winning.
No, yeah. So he knows he's going to win. He's taking Tampa Bay.
He can't. They don't play against each other. They can't. They're both NFC East teams.
Right.
Bro, because maybe you should let me go first, because I was going to say, well, he would want to play against Tampa.
I was just going to say Tampa Bay.
Yeah, well, so that's... So let me go first here.
Other people were probably going to say what I
100%.
So I was going to say, because they can't beat Tampa, because Tampa is also an NFC counterpart, which would obviously playing against...
Daddy needs to get his fucking conferences.
Playing against Tampa Bay would be... I mean, that'd be a great NFC championship game. They've played the very first game. But because we're going AFC, I mean, the simple answer that you just can't shy away from, you got the best quarterback in the NFL. They've been in the Super Bowl the last 2 years. They lost last year. The hype of them being back for fucking revenge, they would have to be playing Kansas City, like, without a doubt. That the revenue would be sky high. Like, that is the smartest decision. Jerry's a business guy. There is no fucking way he's picking. I mean, you guys are gonna have to go somewhere else because you can't pick this team.
Why can't we pick that team? Why can't we pick the team?
There's no fucking way that he's not deciding to play against KC.
And look, I know mine doesn't work either, but he's...
Oh, yeah, but okay. You got it. Yeah, sorry.
What?
I was going to say, go with the Raiders. Like, why? No. That would work great.
Raiders would be good. I don't think the Raiders are going to get to the fucking Super Bowl. That's the problem is, that wish, he's got to make sure the team's going to get there, too.
Makes sense. Okay.
So, and it's the way that I'm saying it's not going to work either. I'm just shitting on the Raiders. But I think he finds a way to rearrange the NFL so that he gets to defeat the Eagles in the finals. Like, he gets
just figures it away.
He gets an entire, like, you know how the NHL this year shifted their conferences? He finds a way to get the conferences.
Just figures it out somehow.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like that. Ad, you're not going. Are we getting the music?
Well, I mean, look.
He did. He ruined his. He ruined. You need to study up, bro.
I was going to say Tampa Bay.
Yeah, which is the wrong answer. So with the Bandwagon Boys and your host, Ant Best of the Dallas Cowboys Can Fan podcast, we got Big Hud here, and he's going to play us out. Always a blast, fellas.
Like, subscribe, and follow, everyone.
Woo! Woo-wee.